And welcome back to Tech Knowledge Man, and in this video we explore Grim Hex. Now Grim Hex is formerly known as Green Imperial, or it's an acronym of Green Imperial Housing Exchange, and it's essentially built for workers. It's fallen under control of criminals, and it's an area that you can find some undesirable people and or vendors and things that you wouldn't necessarily get in other locations. And while we're here, we're going to pick up a contract with a man called Wallace Chem. Wallace is a cook of sorts, and he has some interesting goods for us to deliver to some prospective clients of his. Now Wallace hangs out down in this basement of sorts, a little bit out of the way, as people in his line of work usually do. Very cool innards in Grim Hex, very cyberpunk. And this is Wallace here.
Anyway, it'd be great if you could help me out. Got a job that needs some doing. Hold on. Let me hook you up with the specifics.
Okay, so Wallace has sent us a contract. We've got to pick up a batch of slam and deliver it to the stash house on a Yella.
I'll let them know. Hey, get back here.
Now when you're running these types of missions, what you want to do is you want to stow these items. They're quite small and they can fall through things, so you stow it into your inventory.
What are you doing here? Go.
Wallace is a little bit touchy, as you can see. We've got... Oh, so... I'm not doing anything, sir. Just going about my normal business. He's a little bit touchy. Did you see him reach for his gun? Hopefully he doesn't chase me down. We're just going to take a moment now to explore a little bit. There's lots of little nooks and crannies in Grim Hex, so there's quite a bit to check out. There is an airlock here. It looks like it goes somewhere, so let's go see where that goes. So there's always airlocks in bases and outposts between the outside atmosphere and the inside. Where there's, usually oxygen and temperature controlled, etc., etc. So you need to make sure that you are in armor, or at least wearing a helmet. A lot of these areas, there's just no surviving if you don't have some sort of protection. And as you can see here by the lack of gravity and the things floating around, this is obviously a disused part of Grim Hex. It's not controlled by climate or gravity. But it's pretty cool to see all these areas. Most games you would find these areas are just blocked off. There's no utility to them. They're not part of the gameplay. But these may be opened up later on, or it may just stay here just as a relic of what the place used to be in its previous use. As you can see here, this is open to the outside, so the airlock on the exterior here is broken, and that's meant that all of the gravity and oxygen, etc., has been pulled out of this section. So again, there's nothing in here, but it's pretty cool to explore. Again, this very sort of industrial, dystopian, cyberpunk type feel. Alright, well there's not much in there, so we'll head out through the airlock and back into Grim Hex proper. We're just getting our feet here as the gravity kicks in. You'll often find that you trip over a little bit as we enter from outside into the ships. It's common to come into a loading bay or a ramp on a ship and trip over, or otherwise make a fool of yourself as you try and enter gracefully. This is one of the many vendors in Grim Hex. This is a clothing shop. This tends to be more sort of your gothic sort of grungy type clothing that you don't normally see elsewhere. There's quite a few corridors like this with, various things running, steam, fan, pipes, and other misused or neglected industrial fit outs or machinery. Here we have an armour shop, and again this armour is a bit more edgy or sort of steampunkish, different to where you'll pick up elsewhere. So, you know, if you are after something a bit more unique or cool looking, definitely come to Grim Hex and check out what they've got here if you're fitting out your character, or if you're looking for different things for your ship that you can't necessarily get elsewhere. I believe you can also get crypto keys here for some of those data missions. And this is Dumper's Depot, so this is where you'll find coolers, systems, warp drives, quantum drives, and things like that for your ship. So we're going to pick up a few things for the Cutty Blue here, just to give her a bit more capability. We're going to put a new quantum drive in, that'll get us places a bit quicker. We'll put some coolers. Actually, we'll leave the coolers. We'll put a shield generator in. We've got the Rampart, which is one of the better shield generators in size 2. And we're just going to change the weapon loadout a little bit to give us a bit more firepower, a bit more damage points, or DPS as they say. If you're looking for ways to upgrade your ship, you can check out a tool called DPS Calculator. Just Google that quickly, you'll find that pretty quick. I'll put a link in the description below as well. And that'll help you find the best things for your ship that will upgrade it and give it, better resistance to fire and better firepower, etc. More ability in its drive engines and systems. So your ship needs to be stowed or stored. You can't have it out on pad, and it can't be in a claimable state. You can claim it and you can start working on it there, but you need to have it basically put away to be able to do modifications to it and add the loadout or change the loadout that you have in the ship, such as your weapons and those sort of things that we just purchased. This is the Cutty Blue. We're going to jump in the Cutty Blue and go and deliver that slam over on Yella. Grim Hex is out just orbiting Yella. It's in the asteroid belt outside of Yella. So we're just going to go and we'll make sure we have restocked fuel and we are repaired, make sure the ship is 100%. And then we'll set our destination over to the drop-off point over on Yella and go and deliver this slam. Now when you're doing these missions under the personal tab, these destinations will often not be marked. They'll only be visible once you do pick up that mission, and you can't QT to them. So we're going to set a destination not too far away. We'll try and sort of slingshot to the best location. What you can do is you can set your destination to something beyond the point you need to go to along the path, and then what you can do is you can actually use the I on the keyboard to cut the engines, which will drop you out of quantum travel and you'll pull up nice and short. So you can do that to get as close as you can, and then you'll need to just cruise on over into the outpost. And here we are at the outpost, or the stash house on Yella, and we'll just switch engines off to make sure no one takes off with the ship, and we'll head on in and drop off this slam. Now with these things that you've stowed, you need to hit 6 on the keyboard to select the mission item, and then you can simply just hit F to interact and hit place, and that will deliver the item to where it needs to be. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, please give us a like and subscribe. If not, give me a thumb down, leave a comment with some feedback, and until next time, take care. If you do sign up to Star Citizen, use the code on the screen. That way you'll get an extra 5,000 UEC credits in-game. And until next time, take care.